Alright, so originally I wanted to do this a little differently, but my webcam decided to crap out on me, so I can't do that. So now I have to do it like this. Today is my review of Wolverine, Old Man Logan, the comic. Dun dun dun. I read Wolverine, Old Man Logan about a week after I saw Logan, because it took time to get it, and I wanted to be immersed in the story that I missed. So Old Man Logan takes place 50 years into the future, and Logan lives on a secluded farm in California with his wife and 2 kids. He basically gave up his old life to be a farmer and refuses to extend the clause. Bruce Banner's grandchildren are his landlord on that farm, and he gets behind in his rent payment and agrees to do a job with Hawkeye so he can pay his rent. Yes, Hawkeye is in this, and Hawkeye is very old. He's blind, and he has long hair, but he's just as dangerous, which is kind of weird and awesome at the same time. So Hawkeye needs Wolverine to go with him to travel to New Babylon, which is on the East Coast. The country's split into different domains, so Hulkland is the California region, the Kingdom of the Kingpin is right next to that, Doomslayer is farther over, and the President's Quarter is the East Coast. And the President's Quarter is basically run by Red Skull at this point, which is kind of funny if you think about it. As per usual, they run into issues along the way, because it wouldn't be a journey unless you got in problems, right? Hawkeye almost gets killed by his daughter. They fall into a pit created by an earthquake. They go to a bar, and Wolverine finally divulges Hawkeye into why he won't pop his claws anymore. And the story behind that is he was tricked by an illusion by Mysterio, and Logan killed all the X-Men without knowing it. So they reach their destination, and this entire time Logan thinks that Hawkeye's delivering drugs, but you find out Hawkeye's delivering a super soldier serum, a whole case of it, and he wants to give it to the guys at S.H.I.E.L.D. And then the S.H.I.E.L.D. guys turn on Hawkeye and Logan, and they kill Hawkeye, and they attempt to kill Logan. But as we all know, he can regen, so Logan's fine, but Hawkeye's dead. So Red Skull's in charge of the whole thing at this point over in New Babylon, and he collects superhero memorabilia. So he has Tony Stark's armor, he's got Cap's shield, Cap's costume, he's got Doctor Strange's cape, he's got a bunch of different stuff from dead heroes and Avengers. So Logan fights the Red Skull, but he doesn't pop his claws against the Red Skull, surprisingly, and he still manages to defeat him. I'm not going to say how he defeats Red Skull because it's kind of a interesting way, I would say, and you should read that for yourself. He escapes Red Skull's lair, which is now the White House, using Tony Stark's Iron Man armor. He makes it back to California, where his family is, only to find that the Hulks had come and killed his wife and kids. That's the final straw for him, and he pops his claws, and then he hunts down and kills the entire Hulk family, except for a baby Hulk, which he then steals and takes with him. He took the baby because the Hulk took his family, so he's taken the Hulk's. So Logan leaves California and tries to take back the world because he has nothing else to do at this point. There's no reason for him to stay in California. His family's gone. All the heroes are dead. It's like there's just nothing left for him anymore. So he's going to try to make right what was made wrong. So that's the basic plot of the story. The artwork is fantastic as always. One of the reasons I like comic books so much is because of their artwork. It's always unique to the artist, so there's not really any comic books that are the same. Some might look similar, but each one is always different. The story was fun to follow. It was different to see that all these heroes I admire were now dead, just gone. They didn't exist anymore. You get the feeling that the only hero that's left that can change what happened is Wolverine, even though there are others hiding. He's the only one that's willing to do anything about it. It had a few twists that I didn't see coming, but it made for a good story. I can see why they didn't copy Old Man Logan for the movie Logan. 90% of the characters in the comic they don't have the rights to, and I wouldn't want to see a movie based off the comic anyway. It works well as a comic, but I feel it would lose a bit of its uniqueness as a movie. Logan as is works well as a movie. It's still set in the future, and Logan doesn't want to fight anymore. He just wants to finish off his life and die, basically. He wants to be left alone, and he isn't what he was anymore. But it's hard for him because he was designed as a weapon for purposes of evil, but he has to use it to be good, or what he views as good. So in a way, he's an anti-hero. But by this time, he just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. He just wants to be left alone. He wants to move on. So I would recommend that if you haven't read it, you do read it. It's a very good read. It's a very quick read. I read it in probably an hour. And there's, I believe, 7 different issues in there, but it moves very quickly. The story truly does fly by, and it gives you a better understanding of Logan and Wolverine and what's going on and why he doesn't want to do what he's done for years. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more because I got plenty more to talk about, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.